Hey, what's up, guys? So I recently just placed 11th at the Toronto Regional this past weekend. I decided to play Swordsoul, as you can see here on the screen, and I think this was a very important regional because for me, just to give context, I played this exact same Swordsoul main deck the regional prior in New York City, and I went X3, losing the last round to not get any Worlds points at all. And you know, I think it can be very disheartening for people where they're like, oh, okay, this is a deck list that you may not have done well with, so because you didn't do well with it, it's just a bad deck list. And I definitely didn't believe that, so I wanted to give another shot at trying to like do well and perform well with the deck. So I took it to the Toronto Regionals where I was at this past weekend. I ended up getting 11th out of 350 people, which is pretty insane. I was really happy about it. I started off 0-1, actually losing to Runic Naturia. Then I won, I believe, 6 in a row. And then I lost the last round, to go 11th place, which is not too bad at all. I was pretty happy with my results, especially playing Swordsoul in a tier 0 format. Ironically enough, my 2 losses were to Runics and Sprite. So definitely not the tier 0 deck, which is what I built my deck to beat. And yeah, let's without further ado, let's jump right into it. But before we do, huge shouts to Sam for letting me use this past weekend. If you guys are interested in insane, amazing, competitive white sleeves for your main deck, then definitely go check it out at txx1.com. I'm not even sponsored, but these sleeves are absolutely amazing, and I really like them for my main deck. They're what I'm using right now, and they just shuffle it really great, and they feel honestly as close to PC wise as possible. I have to honestly say so. And way more affordable. I think Sam has like a deal going on right now for $25, so you can go check that out at txx1.com. That's a mouthful to say, but yeah, let's jump into the profile. Yeah, these are the sleeves here. You can see they're known as Supreme Pros. So I played 3 Moye, double Taya, so it's pretty much standard ratios still. 3 Yuan and then 3 Ecclesia. There's really not much to say about it. I did consider playing 1 Taya instead, but this is already 40 clean, so I'm pretty happy with how it worked out. There's not really much I would change about the main deck here, so I'll just keep it as is. But yeah, this is like the bread and butter staple engine cards that you need to have for the deck. Now, I know a lot of people cut the Chenny monsters, but I actually think they're really powerful still. So I decided to play 3 Ashuna, double Adhara, and 1 Vishuddha. So the logic here is that Ashuna is like one of the best Tennis to start off with. Ashuna, because it can tutor out into a Vishuddha or an Adhara. So having 3 Ashuna means you effectively have 5 copies of Adhara and then 4 copies of Vishuddha is the way I looked at it. So the reason why I played 2 Adhara instead of 1 Adhara is because Adhara is a level 1 tuner. So there's a lot of really cool lines you can do if you have Adhara, where you can combine it with the Bestial to make Yazi. You can also like do some cool level modulation plays that I'm going to show at the end of the video. Some cool combos in which like I'm able to play around Kelbeck. So I'll show you those lines as well. And yeah, 1 Vishuddha because it's like the worst one to go first with, whereas Ashuna and Adhara are like good go first tennies, whereas Vishuddha is like really bad going first. So and going second, Ashuna is just like better than Vishuddha. So because it can effectively get you the Vishuddha but an extra body as well. So yeah, I still play these because I think that if you don't play these cards, I think you're more likely to brick. Your Moye is not gonna have a card to reveal. Your Yuan's not gonna have a good discard fodder. So playing these Tenny monsters really do help with that. And I do like these cards a lot. And they were amazing for me, so I don't regret playing these cards at all. Alright, so yeah, only 6 Tenny monsters. I don't think you need more. No circle, no vessel. The main reason is because like these aren't your main lines. They're just like there to give you some like versatility when you're going first or second. So yeah, I just like them a lot, to be quite honest. And they offer some really cool lines that you cannot do unless you have them in your deck. So I'll show them at the end of the video. For the hand traps, the reason why I think this deck was able to compete is because I just played a bunch of hand traps, right? So like 3 Ash, 3 Effect Veiler. I played 3 Bestial Magnamut, put it up here for the glare, 3 Druid Swarm, 1 Serenir, and then I played 1 Destrudo to search off of Magnamut. So Ash Blossom is just generically a very good hand trap all around. It's a level 3 tuner, which did come up for me during the tournament. Being able to summon this, I went like special Shuna, normal summon Ash to make a Chenying in a simplified game state with the Bestial. Has actually won me the game. Veiler's a level 1 tuner as well. So being a level 1 tuner is also very powerful because it can give you some Yazi options. And yeah, the rest was just like pretty good. Like, 3 Magnamute, 3 Bejeweled Worm, Serenir, and then 1 Destrudo. This card actually won me so many games at the Toronto Regionals. Like, the level modulation effect is insane. Like, I remember there was one hand that I hard drew this going first, and I also hard opened Vishuda. So I went something like Moye, reveal Yuan, make Shizhao. Or I specialed Vishuda first. So I did a really cool play where I specialed Vishuda first. And then I went normal summon Moye, reveal Yuan. And then I went Shizhao, standard stuff. And then when I went Lord Yuan, pitched like a card. I go Destrudo, target Yuan to make this a level 1. And then I use the Vishuda and the Destrudo, which is now level 1, to make a extra Draco Berserker. So I get an extra interruption. So that was actually pretty nice. Yeah, that card came up. It's really cool. You have to know how to like use the level modulation effect, but it's like really nice when it comes up. Yeah, so then I played 3 Emergence for consistency, and then 2 Desires, for consistency as well. The last 4 cards are just 3 Impermanents and a Blackout. So just more hand traps. I think the hand traps were really good for me. I think like without them, it's really, really hard to compete, because right now I'm not trying to, like, the Swordsoul engine breaks boards really well. But I think right now what you're trying to do is you're trying to stop them from even making the board, or use hand traps to lower the board that they end up making, and as a result that your engine can just push through it and kill them. So yeah, 40 card main deck. Really like the deck overall. No changes I would say I would want to make from the main. Everything just felt really, really clean for me. 3 Swordsoul tokens. Shout out to Sean for giving these to me. Double Shizhao, double Boxia, Yazi. I think this is all pretty standard. I did thought about cutting 1 Boxia, but the second one did come up for me, so I'm glad I did have it. Because sometimes you use one to like shuffle back your opponent's board and just kill them. Like sometimes like going second, I don't even make Shizhao. I make 2 Boxias. And I think that comes up because you just want to kill your opponent. Yep, Yazi, Draco Berserker. This card's the MVP for me. I made it a bunch. Chenying, Baron de Fleur, Xingqing or Yuan, the big sinister. So those are all the synchros. I would say those are pretty standard. I don't play Dry Guy. I don't play any of the other stuff. I think these are like the main ones that you need to like win. And then I also play Wallow because I play so many Bistos and Yuan. I play Wallow because it helps you like beat the tier matchup, which did come up for me. I won a tier game actually just because of this card itself. So I'm actually really glad I had it, because yeah, it's just like so powerful. And like what can come up is that like if you make the Wallow first, and let's say you normal something like a Moyi, like your token also gains the attack boost that Wallow provides, so that like your token just like becomes really big as well. So you can OTK. It's kind of like the Leeching the Light OTK with like Scapegoat, if you guys know anything about that. So that was really cool. That came up for me where I went overlaid for Wallow, normal summon like Moye, it has Moye in the token. Man, I just went battle phase and just won. Like you don't need to do more than that, right? So it's pretty cool. Monk of the Tenyi, I played 2 Tenyis, so 2 monks. I played Shaman. This card came up for me as well. Like I'm so glad I put this card in, because there's one game state in which like I baited all my opponent's interruptions, and I went Shaman to bring back Chenying to win me the game, because this card got dropleted. So I Shaman bring this card back, and when it comes back from the graveyard, its continuous effect does not get negated off Shaman. And because it was a monster that was brought back from the graveyard, it can still use its effect, because it didn't come from the extra deck when it's when it's arrived back from the graveyard. So I actually won because of that, which is pretty nice. So, and then I play Dark Charmer, just because I play Bestials, and sometimes you need to be able to link off your Jewish Worm really easily, so you can out there Baguska, because some people make Baguska against you. And then I played last monster is Celine in my extra deck. So this was the new inclusion to my deck. I took out Lina for Celine. The main logic is that like I can bring back an Ecclesia from the graveyard, which doesn't target, or a Veiler, and then like, you know, use it to kind of like go get access to my engine. I didn't play access code or anything else like that. I just didn't think you need it. I think like once you get to Celine and you bring back Ecclesia, your opponent just probably dies. So I didn't think I need access code or anything else like that. I think this card was just like good enough on its own. So yeah, that was pretty much the extra deck. For the side deck, I decided to play the Gamma package, just because it covered like every matchup, and I really wanted it against Flu, because if you Gamma like their Eaglin, you can stop them from making their Featherstorm live. So I think that's also really, really good. It came up for me where like I Gamma their Eaglin, and I knew they had Featherstorm, but they couldn't use it because of Gamma. I played 2 Bystial Serenir, just so I can go to 9 Bystials post side. 3 Dark Ruler no more. I wanted to respect the Sprite matchup a little bit more, so I put in Dark Ruler for that. And then, yeah, so like the Gammas and the Dark Rulers for the Sprite matchup, pretty much. And then I also played 3 Triple Tactical Talents. This card was really good. It was a card I sided in going first a lot, but also like it was really crazy going second, because it like against the Sprite deck, it's like really good at breaking apart their board. And then last but not least, I played 3 Floodgates. So when I went first, I wanted to have a Floodgate that was good against Blurreds. It was good against every matchup, right? Whatever they're playing, like the Fluandereeze deck, the Tear Limit deck, just didn't matter what they were playing. If you have 7 limit up, you just win. And the Swordsoul deck, you know, it's like the more it makes and the follow-up it gets, can easily turn your own summon limit off, because if you make Barone, you can Barone pop your own summon limit, or you can summon Bistles in your turn. So like this card was actually pretty easily turned off if you need to kill your opponent, or you just have big bodies that stuck from the turn prior, so you just kill them with just, you know, kill them under summon limit. So yeah, but that was pretty much the deck. Yeah, in terms of like the combo, so if you open something like Yuan, Ashuna, and you open Emergence, you can do something to play around Kelbeck pretty well, which is you can go something like Yuan, pitch Ashuna, then they have to Kelbeck you here, because if they don't, there's not really a lot of other good positions in which they can Kelbeck you. So if they do Kelbeck you, I already factored in, you know, whatever they Kelbeck, it's kind of like useless for them, because they're gonna get checkmated. So I'll show you what I mean by this. Let's say they Kelbeck your Yuan, so it goes back to your hand. You then can go activate Emergence to grab Moye. You can almost summon the Moye, reveal the Yuan. Oh, sorry, not Moye. I'm sorry about that. You can go grab Taya. You go Taya, effect banish the Emergence to make another token. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to use the Emergence effect to reduce the level of the Yuan token to a level 3. And now you get a really sick play, because you can go Ashuna here to summon the Vishuddha. And because this is a level 3 token, tuner token, you can use it with the Vishuddha to make the Sinister Yuan. And then you can use Taya and the token to make Abaxia. That'll trigger this card to draw a card, and then Taya to send a card. So you'll send the Moye here, and you'll draw a blank. Then you can go Boxia, pop itself, bring back the Moye. Then use Moye to reveal your Yuan. And then you make this Yugioh. You draw another card, and then you'll search a card off the Yugioh. So you'll end on like, you know, blackout, Yuan in hand, double card you drew, just off of like through getting Kelbecked, which is, you know, sometimes people don't see that line. The other option is, let's say they don't bounce the Yuan, and they bounce something else, right? So let's say you go Yuan, pitch Ashuna, and now they have to Kelbeck you. So they'll call back your token, which is fine. Then you can still go emergence. Emergence, grab Taya. You go Taya, effect, banish emergence. And here you're going to make a token. You'll use emergence's effect to make the Yuan a level 7. Okay? So you see how like there's some really cool level manipulation you could do. Then you can go Ashuna effect. And here you're going to summon Adhara. And then you can use Adhara and Yuan to make a Draco Berserker. Right? And then now you'll burn it for 1200. You'll go Adhara, add back the Ashuna. Then you'll go for the Boxia play again. Taya effect will send Moye. Boxia will pop itself, remake the Moye, and you'll reveal your Ashuna. And then you'll make the Shijao. Right here. And you'll end on Blackout, Shijao, another draw, and Blackout as well. Right? So you'll end on something like this. This in your hand, this in your hand, and then you'll draw an extra card. So this is like through Kelbeck, I think, which is like the most important part, because a lot of people struggle playing through Kelbeck. So it's all about how you sequence your plays. And you know, if you use your Yuan early, you can force out a Kelbeck pretty early as well, depending on how your hand. So that's the reason why I played Ashuna, because you can like do these really sick lines that you can't unless you play the Tendi monsters. And if you don't, then you just lose to like Kelbeck pretty much. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much the conclusion of the profile and like the combo. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.